It's just now 8 o'clock. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. This is actually what I had planned us to do at the beginning, to just experiment with the light in your room. Try to blot out the background. Lots of different ways you can do it. I know Nancy has used a flashlight in the past. And I do not expect perfection tonight, but if we get it, that will be just fine. No problem. Yes. Yeah. Charles, is this your new camera?
No, I can't get it to work. I've got to get somebody to help me figure out how to work it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you try to do that before Friday if possible?
Yes. There's also a chance I might be working Friday. I'll let you know for sure though.
Okay, but
Yeah.
we need to get footage of you.
Yes.
That's clear. So,
Okay.
okay. Yes. Yes, guys. You can light your skin. You can light the white clothing. You can light your background and appear in front of it. Terry, you got the right level of light, but it's lighting the fabric behind you so that
Oh.
it's really clear that there's something there. So you might fool around with it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know what to do because when we did ahimsa, I had this all covered with white. So
I'm not worried about ahimsa. Hey,
no, I know. I'm just saying.
wait. Bend forward again, just like you did.
Mhm.
There it is.
Okay.
You're perfectly lit and there's nothing visible behind you.
Was changing colors.
That couldn't have been, if it's changing colors, you can turn it off and hold the button down and then it will go back into one color sessions. Gina, we need a flashlight or something so that we can see you. The background's fine, but you're not there. Yes. Yes. What color is your orb meant to be right now? Sorry, I know
I don't know.
she's muted. No, I was just asking Gina.
Right now they appear to be like, when I look at them, they're violet, but in the screen it looks white.
I know, but they're meant to be violet, right? Try changing the color and see what happens if you make them blue or green or whatever. We may get a clearer color that way.
How do you change the color? You just
You
hit
press
it
the button
off.
and then back on.
Okay.
You want us to use two orbs at the same time?
It's up to you.
Oh, I didn't want to.
You'll get a completely different effect if you use one or two. I'd like you to experiment both ways and see which one gives the kind of effect. You're creating this for your own dance. Oh, Terry, the color really came through on that. That's good. The green really shows on yours. Every camera is different. Ooh, who is that? Gina, that looks unbelievable.
Where is everybody?
I think you're probably going to have to settle on one, but maybe not. This is up to you. And guys, you can decide whether you want to use one or two orbs. We're going to record it every which way, and you have time to think about what actually worked with your dance and your image. Hey, Neats, can you reduce sharply the amount of light in your room so that we get a dark background? Nancy, I know you can make your room darker because you've done it before. Just mess around. You can see the images on the screen. See what works. Pat, I think you've got the combination perfectly. Terry, yes. Yeah. the trick for you, Terry, is your distance from the camera. This works perfectly. I mean, perfectly.
You'll see it.
Yeah.
Then. Has to be
Yeah.
over on this side. If I go this way, you see that.
Well, if you're in control.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my video off because it's distracting. Yeah. I mean, this is not only wonderful for this dance, but it's pointing the way for future dances so we don't have to come into Trinity to be videoed. If we can do it from home. Yes, Nancy, you got it. Yeah. Yeah, Nate, that's much better. I wouldn't try for 3, but boy, your camera picks up the color perfectly, Neats. I wonder why. I mean, it picked up red, blue, yellow, everything. Mine doesn't. Not until it's reflecting on the white cloth or on my skin. Charles, where are you? There you are. Because we don't know what the other camera will pick up, just concentrate on what you can do with the costume and use the light without getting too attached to it, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks good. We're only missing Tony. And I
And
think
Sheila,
Sheila's here.
there's Sheila. Oh, there she is. Yay. Right next to me.
At 4 o'clock.
Yay.
All right, guys, I'm afraid let me ask you a question. We're going to have to go over a little bit to do every dance today. Is there someone here who absolutely can't stay past 9? If so, wave at me and I will put you in first. Okay, we're all right. Thank God. All right, let's try it with the music. So everybody except Sheila, turn off your camera. Okay, Neats, you need to turn off your camera. I'm going to stop yours, Nancy, because I can do it for you. There we go. Okay, you ready, Sheila?
Yes.
Here we go. Boy, there were some great moments in that. Okay, could you turn your camera off, Sheila? And Terry, would you turn yours on? Okay. Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, Terry, would you please turn yours off? And Pat, will you turn yours on? Yes. Okay, Pat, would you turn yours off? And Charles, would you turn your camera on, please? Okay. Beautiful. Okay, Charles, would you turn yours off? And Neats, would you turn yours on, please? Okay, ready? Yes. Okay, Neats, would you turn yours off, please? And Dane, would you turn your camera on? Yes. All right, you want to turn your camera off? And Nancy, let's get your camera back on. You having trouble with that? There we go. Ready? Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, Nancy, let's turn your video off. And Jane, you can turn yours back on. Okay, here we go. Excellent. Okay. Dane, would you turn your camera off? And Gina, would you turn yours on, please? Okay, here we go. Yes. Okay, and finally, Gina, turn your camera off, and Sheila, turn back on. Let me get the music up. Okay, here we go. All right, my friends, everyone turn your camera on, please. You can turn your lights back on too if you want to appear. Nancy, can you start yours again? There we go. Well, you're a bunch of geniuses, that's all. You tried out things I never even thought of, as well as a great many things I did think of. And I really encourage you to go over the recordings carefully because there was a tremendous amount to be learned in these. And some of the things were phenomena that may never be repeated. I'm really glad we have them on video. For instance, Charles' camera picked up, whoops, let me turn the video back on. Charles' camera picked up like auras around his fingers and nothing else. There were intense blue auras around his fingers, and it was riveting, and he used it. You know, he came in on the camera with it. So among the things you guys experimented with that I didn't expect to have happen until the next time was the distance between you and the camera, which changes the whole lighting and frame completely. And the moment at which you turn on the orb, which may be at the beginning or later, or not until a particular part and then left. We had one orb, we had two orbs, we had three orbs with completely different effects. And the way you used the cloth of the costume was fantastic. I mean, some of that was so amazing. I'm sure we'll use it in the final video because never did I expect to see some of the things that happened. Really, really beautiful, folks. The only technical thing I would point out to you all is if you can, and without distracting yourself, try to keep the button of the orb in the palm of your hand so it doesn't show, because it's a little bit like a magician showing how he did it. Until then, you just got hands full of light, and it's gorgeous. But if I see that button, then suddenly I know how you did it. If you can, I don't want it to be a distraction. So when we get together on Friday, what I'd like to do is have you know a little bit better exactly what you want to use in your final version of your dance. And also to remember very clearly that the purpose of these dances is to bring forgiveness and healing. Each of those women, each of those dreams the women had was in that direction. It's happening very definitely. Be sure you stay in Buto. There are temptations to move out. And also, when you are concentrating so much on what you are doing with your arms and hands, don't forget your head and your eyes, because the way you use them makes a huge difference. This was much, much, much more complete than I expected tonight. I thought it would be very fruitful, but also very, I mean, the dance is still there. And the problems you discussed last time of being distracted away from the dance with using the orbs and the costumes, I don't think that happened. If it happened a little, that's the most it would be. It seemed to me your dances were all enhanced by the lighting and the costumes. Certainly your movement was amazing. Using the light under the cloth so that you had that translucent quality, that was also amazing. And the patterns your hands made on the orbs were really amazing. Charles, Sheila, everybody. this happened the other time we used orbs. And by the way, these are 1,000 times better than the ones we had when we did creation. Those ones would go off and on in their own time. And we had a whole crew standing by with more orbs so that the dancers could move over and get them if theirs went out. It was really much, much less reliable than these. Be sure that when you turn them off, that you put that button protection thing back on, because I don't know how long they will last. So I don't want you to not use them, but I sure don't want you to run them when you're not needing them, so that we can keep the vivid colors going. It really, really, really worked well. I would like to hear your comments about this. What did you notice in your dance or in other people's dances as we did them? So talk to me. That means you have to unmute yourselves, guys.
Someone, I don't remember who it was, but they held the orb behind them so that their front was in darkness, and then moved it to the front. That was very effective.
I thought
I
so.
liked that a lot.
Yeah. What else? Because there was a lot.
I liked what Nancy seemed to have a motif that she kept coming back to, which I really liked.
Yeah.
I personally had trouble being this close to the screen because I wasn't practicing this close to the screen, and it really inhibited me because I know that my arms don't stay in the screen. It was very distracting for me today with this.
Didn't look it.
Well, I felt like I didn't, for me, I was really into the healing part and transforming. And I think all I worried about was, did I do it right?
Harry, I don't think that came through at all, but when you look at your dance,
Okay.
look at it as if it's someone else.
Okay.
All of you had problems with the frame, but that's to be expected. I mean, there were so many things to attend to in this. But by the time we get in 2 weeks to the final recordings, you won't. And if you do, I will edit it out. Yes, needs yours. There, some of the most beautiful stuff went off to the side of the frame. But you have a phone, don't you? Are you using a phone? Needs? Are you unmuted? You need to unmute, sweetie.
Is to
It's a phone.
your thing up straight and then cut your head off. You need to move back a little bit.
Oops.
Your camera.
Anyway, it wasn't only needs, it was, I mean, everybody got in and out of the frame. And that's part of what you want to choose for yourself, get the feel of for yourself. And also to allow yourself to be danced when we do it in the final thing. High needs. If you make a gesture, and it's a beautiful one, and it goes out of the frame, life will go on. But I know you want to get as much of your genius as possible into this. The use of light to represent forgiveness is so old, I can't even talk about it. So use your light to bring that into this. This dance has become even more poignant by the things that are happening in the Middle East right now. The need for a dance of forgiveness, a dance of healing is so great in the world. I think our timing is perfect, unfortunately. It's always been perfect, but particularly now. The way you changed your light, I want you to look at it and see if it's what you like. I want you to look at the color and see if it's what you like. You have time. Whoops, let me get Sheila back in. You have time to make any changes you want. And I will try to accommodate them in the final cut. But I'd appreciate it if you would wear your hair the way you're going to at the end, not shave in between now and then, Dane, so that I can use some of this early. I mean, there was some stuff even tonight that was so beautiful. I really don't want to lose it. You did a super job, a wonderful mix of thought and instinct. And if we can work with it Friday and Tuesday and Friday, by the time that last week comes up, it should be in your body. It should be that you don't have to think, oh, now I should turn on my orb, or now I should change it from blue to green or whatever. You can just let it flow, because I want you to have the sweetness of this experience as well. Anybody notice anything else you'd really like to highlight at this point? As you go back through the video, you're going to see a million things. Yeah, Terry.
I really love the darkness behind Pat. It just brings the light out of her, everything that's white and the orb. It just really accents it. So I really like that.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
too.
this is just an old black sheet. I bought at a thrift shop. So just get an old black sheet.
It doesn't always work, Pat. It depends on your lighting, because sometimes if you hang a sheet behind you, even if you can, some people don't have a surface to put it on. You'll see the folds, and that can be distracting. In your case, it looks perfectly black, but it may not do that for everybody. By all means, experiment with that if you would like to, and also experiment with your lights. This is the ideal thing, to have this complete black background and a well-lit dancer in front of it. But it may not be possible for everybody, and it may be an issue with cameras as well. It also has to do, as Terry found, with your distance from the camera. In her case, if she gets close, it's perfect. The background fades to nothing. That may not be true for everybody by any means, but fool around with it, because we're doing it not just for now, but for the future. I got Carla to agree that we would always record on Zoom, so that everybody, wherever they are, could dance with us. But that means we have to find ways to make the background disappear from home. Any other things you would particularly want to mention now? There were some really ingenious uses of the cloth and the light. And I invite you to spend some time on the video. And don't feel ashamed of stealing somebody else's stuff. You know, that's part of the game. We share the really great solutions, and then you make it your own, rather than just the same as the other person did. Anything else anybody wants to bring up?
I just found that watching everyone, I started doing the movements like they were doing, or if they did something with their garb or whatever, I was trying those things sitting here in the dark. It was fun.
Yeah, it's really because your body remembers.
Yeah.
It's not just what you put into your head. Your body remembers what you saw that you liked, and it'll come out in your own work.
I think Sheila really, really explored some things that I hadn't even thought about. So it was nice to see someone taking chances in that space, you know.
Actually, you all took chances. You really did. You all tried out things I had not thought of. Take a look at the distance and the framing Dane uses in his camera work. It's not camera work, it's Dane work with the camera stationary. The things that Charles did with his hands are truly amazing. The three-dimensional quality of most of you, and I didn't expect it to happen tonight, where you turn your body in all different directions and create all kinds of geometric shapes, and then change the lighting so that changes it yet again. You guys really explored beautifully, and the result was beautiful. This was way beyond what I had hoped for tonight. So thank you very much. You're absolutely brilliant. This is going to work so well, folks. Please, I will see you on Friday. And I didn't even have to go over, yay. I'll see you on Friday. Work with it in your body between now and then, and make any changes you want, and we'll go further and deeper. 235,000 women were killed at this prison camp. So when Anne went there and felt the darkness of the place, she felt that it was the perfect place to bring light. I think the whole world is almost on that level right now. So as light bringers, use your lights. You have really a fantastic ability to give radiance in your dance, and you can make it literal with these orbs. They work differently from the finger lights. They're not so small and intense, and they're not so clear. They give a much, it's a Merlin light. It's a magical light that emanates from your hands rather than a direct light. So I think it has a different quality. If anybody feels you would be happier with the finger lights, we can try them. But I think as of now, the orbs look really good. Yeah. Okay? Everybody okay? You're wonderful. I'm so proud of you. I can't tell you. I'll put this up as quickly as I can, folks.
Yeah, I
Question?
tried the lights last week and you noted that it was a different. I preferred these to what I did last week.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, keep when you see yourself, you'll have that moment, but that's it. That's it. That's what I want to do. No, I don't want to do that. We're really lucky in having all this feedback available with the recordings. So I will get that up as fast as I can tonight, and you can play with it until Friday, and I'll see you on Friday. Thank you so much. You are a real treasure.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Take care, sweeties.